One time for the underdog. One time for the underdog. You got the world on you.
Hey traders, welcome to the FX 220 trading series. This would be the first video where I'm going to show you my trading approach and my whole system, how it works and how I attack the markets. We're gonna use TradingView for charting software. I highly recommend guys to use TradingView. It has all the tools and features needed to do a great job in technical analysis. Or you can use any charting software you like. You can use MT4 if you're comfortable with it, but I highly recommend using TradingView. What we are gonna go through in this video would be the foundation for our trading and our system. We're gonna go through how to draw major key levels, support and resistance lines on the monthly and the weekly, daily for our 1 hour time frame. It's called a top-down analysis when we start from the highest time frame, which is the monthly, and we go down to the lowest time frame. This stuff is very simple. I'll try to make it as easy as possible. We're gonna go through trend lines, how to apply them, and why they are important. And I'll kind of show you some tricks and some tips on how to read price action and to kind of decipher the trend direction. And also I'm gonna show you how to use fibs on the higher time frames and also the lower time frames. It still applies. So we have the Euro USD here. We're gonna start on a naked chart. This seems like an exciting start. Naked chart means that no indicators whatsoever, nothing, just price action and candlesticks. And we're gonna start drawing major key levels. We are on the monthly time frame now. We will start by drawing monthly key levels, these major key levels. So we will use our horizontal line and we will look where price bounces off many times off a certain level. As you can see, we can find some resistance here and turns into support. We have many hits to this line. I like to use the blue color for my monthly key levels, so you can use any color you want. We'll go with blue. And we kind of play with it until we find it like an accurate point where price respects our line. So right here would be perfect. Sometimes you can draw it on the close of the candle, sometimes on the wick. So you just have to find a balance between all the touches. One tip guys, when drawing in these major key levels, support and resistance, we can change the price to make them more accurate. I've learned that from a book called The Quarters Theory, when you kind of go and make the numbers, make them round numbers. Let's say we have here 551, we make it 500. This way they are more accurate because the market tends to respect these numbers more. So you want to do this with all your support and resistance levels on all time frames. It's preferably because they will be more accurate. So let's go and draw in the other ones. Let's look where we have some resistance. We can see it right here. We have price respecting this level when it bounced off many times. You can go all the way back and use the historical data and the present data to kind of make these levels very accurate. As you can see here, we're having some resistance. We go and make that 38,200, so it would be much more accurate. We can put another one here on this level. Market did test this support level many times. We have another touch here, so This is a major level for Euro USD. We make it at 500. So you guys kind of get the idea of what we are doing right here. It's pretty simple, pretty easy. As you can see, the chart is very clean. And you can see, you can now read price action better. As you can see, if price broke this support level, you expect it to go to the next support level, which is here. And if price breaks this resistance level, you know where your target would be. We can go now until a lower time frame. We'll try the weekly time frame. And we'll do the same thing when we're trying to find certain levels that price tends to respect. So we zoom out and we do the same thing. We look for weekly key levels. We may have one here. For the weekly key levels, I try to make them with another color and less thicker than the monthly levels. We make them black, so you we see that we have some prices respecting this level. We can make it more accurate. 1.24800. So we can go back on the charts and see if we have. So we have it here. Prices did respect it before. Here it was a resistance. Price broke it, turns into support. So we kind of know this level is accurate. And you don't have to do this and analyze price data all the way from 20 years ago or so. Okay, we don't have to analyze this part right here of the market and draw levels here because it doesn't matter. Okay, we need to analyze where price is actually now. So let's look if we can find another level, weekly level. I can see one here. Price respected this level many times. As I told you, you can kind of play with it. You can put this level on the close of the candles, sometimes on the wicks. So you try to make it more accurate. Let's go and edit this price and make it at 600. Let's try this. Yeah, it looks perfect. This is how a ranging market looks like when it's creating equal lows and equal highs. It's bouncing off the same levels over and over again. We call it a ranging market, or you can call it consolidation. Some people call it accumulation, which is right, because market is accumulating orders on this period. So let's see if we can find more levels on, recently on our area where price is trading right now. Let's zoom out. Let's try this one. We may have price is not respecting it really, because price action was very choppy on this during this time. So we can delete this one. If it's not very really clear, go out to a higher time frame on the monthly and see if we can find it. We may have a monthly level just above this weekly level. We can see that price did respect it many times, couldn't close below it, and here couldn't close above it. We have this week right here, so we kind of here again, so we can make this a monthly level. Use the same color, blue. Let's look if we can make it more accurate. We can make this a round number. We make it 26,800. Looks perfect. So we kind of did analyze this area right here where price is trading right now and where it potentially can go, like to the upside or to the downside. So if we have break of this weekly level, we expect price to go to the next monthly level. If we break this monthly level, we expect price to go all the way up here, and maybe there is some levels in the middle. We will go and see and look for daily levels. Maybe we can find more daily key levels here, so it would be much more accurate for us to trade on lower time frames. So let's jump down to the daily time frame, and we do the same thing again. We zoom out and we look to see where price did bounce off and what levels price tends to respect. For the daily levels, I like to use a very small line and keep it on black, so it kind of just make things clearer and cleaner. We can see price did respect this level. It broke it, came back to retest it, and then went up again. Same thing now. Bounced off our weekly level and came back to the daily key level and bounced off of it. So we can kind of know it's a valid level. We can edit that and make it to 800. And we can go back all the way back and to see if price did respect this level or not. We can see some action right here. Price did respect it here, broke it, came back, then did test it, and then came back up again. So this is what I was talking about when I told you these levels are accurate. As you can see, price did bounce one time, second time, but when it broke it, it went to our monthly key level. So you if you're trading around here and you see on the daily time frame price breaking this level, you know where your target is going to be, and you zoom down to the lower time frames and you take your trades, your short trades, and you know where your target is going to be. Same thing here. When it bounced from the monthly, you kind of know your next level. Okay, it broke the daily level and then went all the way up to the weekly level. Okay, bounced off of it, came back down to retest our daily key level, and then the same thing happened again. So these levels works, especially when we are trading on the lower time frames. They are really important. So let's look to find any other levels around this area. This is another one as well. 700. Price did respect it. Yes. If you go back to the chart, you can see this. You can see it right here. Price did respect it here many times. And one thing, guys, don't treat these levels as exact lines. Like, they could be zones sometimes. So price will not always go and touch that line. Sometimes, as you can see right here, price didn't exactly touch this line, but it bounced back and fell down. So we treat them as zones. We put the lines only to show us where we are, but I want you guys to treat them as zones. You can use this rectangle tool and highlight all this zone around the line, and you can know where price is going to. Sometimes price don't respect them exactly. As you can see, it looks like it broke the level but came down. So that's why we treat them as zones and not like lines. So I hope you get what I mean. Same thing here. We can we can highlight all these zones so we kinda know next time if price could go up here to this zone and could reverse or could break it, retest it and go up again. And our upside target would be this 1.26800, which is a monthly level. So after we finish drawing all these monthly, weekly and daily levels, we go back into a lower time frame, which is the 4 hour, and we look to do the same thing. When it comes to the 4 hour, you don't have to go all the way back like years ago. You just have to analyze where price is trading right now. So same thing, you will find zones where price respects them, and you can highlight them with horizontal lines or the rectangle tool, however you like. We can do them with a line and put another color in it, so you can keep it on black. I like to keep them on black, just like the daily, because they're really close. So the daily time frame and the 4 hour time frame, their levels are the same. So let's make this to 900, and we look to see if price is respecting this zone or not. So as you can see, price did respect it many times. Couldn't break above it many times, and then when it broke, we kind of have this small retest and price did go all the way up. So same thing here, you kind of can extend this. You can change its color, put it on blue or green or anything. So you kind of know now what the difference levels represent. So if you have a blue line, you know it's a monthly level. If you have this black line, you know it's a daily. And if you have this thick black line, you know it's a weekly level. This is important when you are trading in lower time frames. So, and we will explain more when we get back to lower time frames and when we get into our strategy on the 15-minute chart.